Okay, good afternoon. Just going to wait 30 seconds here. The real, we do this as a last minute for the most part on LinkedIn. So just that we have a video recording that we could put on for GPARENCY internship.com. We can use this video for afterward. But this way I figured by doing it on LinkedIn Live, there are a few people coming on. This way I get some comments as I'm doing it, in case this be tweaks to the video. So I appreciate it. Okay, thank you very much for your interest in GPARENCY summer internship. I'm beyond excited and ecstatic of where the development of the company is and the offer I'm able to make to you for the most amazing summer. Just to go back and give a little explanation about GPARENCY, what is GPARENCY? GPARENCY's mission statement is by providing equitable access and bring transparency and efficiency to the commercial real estate industry. For most people think of commercial real estate, this big opaque thing, how do I break in, how do I get into it? We're shattering that perception and we're setting it up that anyone could be successful and enter the business, or an experienced person to stay in the business. Our core business is to be a membership-based commercial mortgage broker, which basically means that if somebody wants a mortgage on their property, until now, they only had two choices: go it alone with the risks involved in going it alone, or pay a very high fee to have a professional broker hold their hand. We changed that game. We are membership-based. Someone could pay a membership fee for the year, and they will get access to all the lenders they could need for their financing, number one. In the event that for that specific deal, they want more help, they want someone to help them shop the deal, go to all the lenders, create the competition, get them the best terms, and move forward on the deal. In that case, we're able to do that for them at a $4,000 fee on a per deal basis. If someone says, no, I want the full brokerage, I want old school brokerage, I want a human to work my deal only, Iris, someone like yourself with experience has worked the deal, we'll do that as well. It's $11,000 if they pay up front, or a quarter point if they pay at closing. So basically we changed the game. We let full transparency and empowerment to the GP. The name of the company is GPARENCY, GP for general partner, which is another word for commercial real estate owner, and transparency. Now, Mr. Owner, you decide on each deal what you want. Do you want to come to the table? Do you want to come to the table right now and do a deal? And for this deal, you want full brokerage and you want us to sweat with you and take a fee at the closing? Do you want a full brokerage, pay only $11,000 up front? Do you want this deal? No, I can do it myself. Just need someone to shop the deal out to the lenders. Or I don't need any help. Just tell me which bank to go to. Now you're in control by becoming a member. In addition, we built the most amazing, and we're giving it free, a commercial real estate toolkit for the real estate industry. And this is why we're really launching the summer program. The summer internship is really to focus on getting more users onto the site and giving away the marketplace and explaining them how the marketplace works. The marketplace starts by solving the number one main pain point in the industry today for any commercial real estate investor. That issue is, how do they keep track of all the opportunities they're getting sent to themselves? How do they remember what they got? I asked the question so many times to a commercial real estate investor, and I say, how many times does the following scenario happen? Someone asks you, do you want to invest in 123 Main Street? And you say, 123 Main Street sounds so familiar. I saw that before. Who sent it to me? Can't remember. Or, do you want to invest at a deal in Phoenix? You say, Phoenix. I once looked at a deal in Phoenix. I can't remember the address. That happens numerous times, all day long. We basically built the solution to that problem. Our marketplace is, think about if you go to Google Maps. When the incubator program with Google, we're building with Google Maps. Imagine if you were able to go into Google Maps, search a property, favorite it, say why you favorite it. I own it, I invested in it, I'm making a bid, I passed it in the past. And then you can even type in notes. And then on a map, a star will light up all your properties that you favorited. How amazing would that be? That's what we built, and we give it totally out for free. But with that, it's overlaid on Google Maps. It's overlaid with public data on 35 million records. It's overlaid on sales and finance comms. It's overlaid with a feature from movers and shakers. And this is really the next step of that feature that really puts things together. When it comes to commercial real estate, every single person that says I'm involved in commercial real estate is involved in one, two, or three of the following three things. They're either a GP, they're a syndicator, they buy real estate. Number two, they are an LP, a limited partner that invests with the GP, or they're a service provider that services the GPs, from a plumber to a property manager to a lender to a mortgage broker to a leasing broker to a general contractor to someone who's selling solar panels for the roof. Those are the movers and shakers that know the market. When someone is looking to buy a piece of real estate, they want to know, to buy data of what rents happen in the building, they could go to a bunch of different sites for that. But who's going to tell them who the movers and shakers are? Who are the people that know that local area and can be a vendor in that local area for them? So we allow also for free for a mover and shaker, for a service provider, to go in and use the same favorite technology. The first part, when an owner comes in, an investor comes in, whatever they favorite and they put notes is for them. For a mover and shaker, for a vendor, when a vendor comes in, a vendor is able to link to a property and say, I was the blank vendor in this property. And then on the map, when anyone's looking in that area, their name will show up as a contact linked to that property. We currently have right now on over 50,000 properties, the mover and shaker, whether it be in majority of the cases, if the mover and shaker is a broker that's selling the transaction, to a mover and shaker could just be, just a vendor. Some does property management, wants to show they know that local market. So if you're someone that wants to be able to market yourself to my clients, you want to come on as a mover and shaker. If you're somebody that doesn't want to move yourself as a mover and shaker, you're somebody that wants to just for your own self privately track all your deals, this is perfect for you. So this feature we just launched in the last couple of weeks now allows our universe to be for every party that's involved in commercial real estate. The next feature we're coming out in the next couple of weeks is going to be a game-changing, industry-changing calculator. It's going to be the only acquisition calculator that in under 3 minutes, you could underwrite a deal from the purchase price down to the cap rate, to the IRR, cash and cash, down to the waterfall, profit splits, and projections of income over the next life of the investment. And every one of these calculations can be saved on a property, and you could share it with someone. We're going to be building an AI that after you put in the numbers, AI is going to summarize your investment and the local markets. When you're sending it out, that template will be built for you and be able to go ahead and work. This is the product that we have built. So right now we're looking for someone to come in the summer. The internship, the opportunity is where you're going to reach out to real estate owners and you're going to nurture and show them the product, get them to log in. And then as they log in and they start using it, when they're ready to do financing, or they want access for the whole company, or they want to become a very heavy user, that is the time they start paying. You will earn a recurring revenue on the fees that they pay, those monthly membership fees they pay, even post the summer from that point. So what is the summer internship? What is the summer internship exactly? When is it going to start? When it's going to end? How is it going to work? So I have to give one little bit of disclaimer. Yesterday morning, this is Tuesday morning, we started to actually advertise on LinkedIn, on Indeed, and on Handshake. That's the college for college campuses. And in the last 36 hours, over 400 people applied. So we had to obviously adjust a few things and expectations. So I'm going to try to incorporate it here. What's going on? Our plan, and we budgeted for it to hire 50 people. 50 people on salary plus commission. So I'm going to talk a little bit what we're doing different and an option to be a commission-only option that several people are asking for as an option to come in. But let's go for the normal step-by-step. The normal step-by-step is the first day we're starting is Monday, June 26th. You can start after June 26th. People are going away. They're not around then. They want to wait till after July 4th. That's fine to start after. The latest you could start is August 1st. But no matter when you start, the internship for the summer ends on August 31st. This internship starts as early as June 26th and ends no later than August 31st. What type of person are we looking for? I want somebody that's very passionate about real estate, helping people, technology, a blend of all those three. If that's you, then you're the perfect match we're looking for this summer. So do you have a blend of the technology, a blend of real estate, a blend of just that's your nature, you're someone who helps people and you want to provide value? I'm looking for that type of person. You have to have good communication skills. I would really say great communication skills, but at a minimum, good communication skills. You want to be someone that really also has a longer term vision to be in this industry. You have to be willing to make cold calls. You have to be willing to make warm calls, follow-up calls, nurturing relationship calls. You have to be someone that is prepared to go onto LinkedIn and make an outreach to people and say, hey, this is the product I see in real estate, and try to get people to actually use it, to go and use the site. I would love someone, people talk about what's the future opportunity. My goal is to hire several of this group for long term. I want someone, they're going to come on, they can say, hey, I'm joined the startup. We're only 18 months old. This product is brand new. I may have experience in commercial real estate. I don't have experience in selling a marketplace. So I believe that one or two or three or a handful of those that are starting in the summer are going to make an influence on the company direction. Hey, why is the company marketing this way or using this product? Why don't we tweak this product, add this, so this way more users? I want that type of person that has that kind of vision to help us take us to the next level. What is the job? The job is where your goal is to take from the leads we have or nurture your own leads to get people to log in and try the marketplace. The marketplace is totally free. It's zero cost. So let me walk through. I'll take a pause here now and I'll share the screen. Let me take a walkthrough with you about what is the product, what are we giving out for free, when do we start to try to make money. So like I said, it's open to everyone in commercial real estate. The three personas that we think will be using it, will be an individual using it, whether they're a limited partner, whether they're a vendor, whether they're a GP that wants to use it themselves. For that person, it's free. We're going to allow them favorite up to 100 properties. We assume the average person owns 10, 15, a big player, 20, 30 buildings. So they're never hitting the 100. If they want to start pegging a bunch of other things, they might hit 100. We're going to offer ways for them to earn credits. And those credits that they're going to be able to be offered, those credits that they're going to earn could raise the bar that they don't have. They could start favoriting a lot more properties. But that's not where I'm making our money. Our money is when that person wants financing to unlock all the financing features. That's where that person has to pay. If that person's part of a company and says, hey, I love this, I want to share all the features with my staff, in that scenario, in that step where you want to be able to share it with your acquisition team and share everything together, then you have to become a member. Membership is either $5,000 for a year or it's $500 month to month. So a year is unlimited for the whole company, or $500 a month for one user on a month-by-month basis. So I want to share now the screen and walk you through the product and why I'm ecstatic. This was the vision when GPARENCY was at the largest seed round 18 months ago. We have from the 150 of the most influential real estate players in the country invested. This is what they invested in. I'm happy that we launched it at this point. So let me pull this share. So this is the marketplace. Okay. So there's still a lot of these features we're going to still clean up a little bit, but here's the process how someone will start. Someone will be able to, typical person in real estate starts off, do you want to invest in a building? Type in any address, 456 Washington Street. Let's see if it pops up. Okay. So here's this address of the property, some public data on the property. The person will look at it. They say, hey, let me put some notes in this. I'd start with a note. The system right now as we speak, I always chose the business decision is I'd rather get something out to the market that's working, and then we could fix the speed of this afterward, get more features out. So the focus of the company right now, especially with the internship starting, is let us get these features up in the last 2 weeks, plus the calculator in the next few weeks, and then focus our energy on the bugs and the speeding things up a little bit. So here, some types of note. Look at this deal from Joe K and saved it in-house on file 23. So now I know future reference, I could come back to it. Once I hit save, it also automatically, when I finish hitting the save, it favorited the property. Okay, so the property has a favorite because I did action on it, but I could decide what's the connection to to the favorite. Okay, so I'm just wait a second here. Okay, so these are all the choices I have. I own it as a GP, as an LP. I previously owned it. I'm interested in as an LP. I previously made an offer. I passed. So here I could put this in or click other. This is my connection to the property. This is confidential to me. And now I'm done. I close this out. That's the property. Typically, I look at something else in the neighborhood. What else is going on across the street? Let me see information. If I spoke to the owner, I could put notes here as well. And I'll see later what my connection was. But when you see on the screen here, there's an icon of a human. That's a mover and shaker of a contact. This is somebody linked themselves. This Ryan Fisher linked himself and said he's selling this property. He's a listing broker. So right here, if I want to know more about this neighborhood, I could say, hey, Ryan, I don't know anything about New York. Can you tell me about it? I see you selling a building a couple of blocks away. What's going on? If someone else was the plumber or the GC or the manager, they keep listing themselves there. Totally free for him to get onto this. This is where I think the full, ability for all sides of the real estate market to come together and totally free. The goal of the company is let us give this out for free. With the goal is that if everyone's using it, when they need financing, they're going to go ahead and call the company for financing. We're going to have it soon, just like there's notes here, the ability for a calculator. The find the lender feature is our signature product. So in a find the lender feature, this is not really going to work if somebody's not logged in as a full user. But when they do, here on this side, there'll be a filter, and we'll show them a list of the lenders that are available to lend them on this specific property. But here's the beginning of coolness where this comes in. I favorited a property. I did a few more before this call as well. All the properties that I favorited show up on my list. You know how many times you meet a real estate owner and say, do you have a list of the properties you own or you invested in? No, it's on an Excel spreadsheet. It's on my office. They can just go into property by property here, totally free, star it, and it'll show up as favorites. They want to open up any of the properties, just click here, and the property then opens. Brings you right to the property at that time. So this feature is the favorite feature. And a person could use this totally for free as an individual until they hit 100. And even when they hit 100, my goal is not gotcha, uncheck some, replace them with others. I don't care. My goal is you should use it often, but when you're going to need financing, you're thinking about GPARENCY. And all the other tools we have here on the side are available for them at that time. But if you look now, the cool thing that I like is, like I said before, go back to the USA, the map, bring out the map all the way out. If you see where you have if you see where you all have all the red stars, those are where the deals are. So these are all the deals I favorited. My left side of the screen are showing up over here. So we're going to keep adding certain features, like with lender features, see lender portfolios. But for favorites, look at favorites. As soon as I click this sidebar here, it only shows the properties that I'm favorited. So now I can know what's going on. We're going to set up alerts soon that someone can say on any one of these properties, give me an alert. If something happens in this zip code or someone says they're a vendor on this property, send me a notification. So if you're an investor in real estate, you're a limited partner, you're clueless to what's going on in your deals. You could select it, and then you could come here. We're going to build features after these alerts where the GP could verify the LP. And then the GP could communicate with the LP. Give a calculator to the LP to track, did you get my distribution? If not, you could store it and know when you could call. You could keep it as a ledger by you and then have a report to flag you, hey, I didn't get the check, let me call the GP. For GPs to communicate. All these are basic features, are all staying free at this time. So just to go back, now that you saw the vision, the visual part of what we're coming out with, I can go a little bit more about the job in the summer. One of the podcasts I'm thinking about coming out with is a podcast called Bowling for Billions. And the thought process is that I say this story over many times, that many people, when you're an adult and you have to go bowling, typically it's in a social setting. And in that social setting, the bowling you want to do is you have to be able to not be embarrassed. To not be embarrassed, you have to be able to bowl 100. In order to bowl 100, it's not that difficult, but on the other hand, plenty of people can't do it. And I found that the biggest mistake that people make is that they shoot for the pins. If you don't go bowling often, you go a couple times a year at most, how are you supposed to pick up a 8 to 14 pound ball, throw it 60 feet and go and knock down between 8 and 10 every time? And the truth is you're not supposed to. But next time you go bowling, if you're going to realize, in the alley, 2 to 3 feet out, there are a bunch of dots, and then there's a bunch of arrows a foot later. Your whole goal is don't focus at the end, focus in the beginning. Throw the bowling ball, to go between the dots and to the center arrow. If you could get it to roll for 1 foot straight this early on, statistically, you'll get it to the end and it'll go great. That's the same way we're building our business as a funnel. I'm looking for a group that's coming in has a bigger vision. My goal is to plant the seeds over the summer. Call people, show them the product, get them to log in, and that's it. Keep planting seeds. Like they log in, great. People say no, catch them at a later date. The goal is that by the time the summer's over, anybody that logged in, someone's a lottery ticket. When you call them, they might have a deal right now. They want to finance, so they're going to sign up for membership. But for the most part, they have to play with it. They have to try it. Anybody that you get to log in during the summer, you will earn a commission. I'll talk about it soon, even for several months past the summer. So the pressure is not sell now and move on. Do this as a planting of a seed. Take a salary during the summer and think of it as a residual that in all likelihood, you'll each get 1 or 2 over the summer should sign that will sign and already pay lottery. But for the most part, it's as you're nurturing, as they start using it and they use the features, that's where the revenue is going to come from. So I want someone that's able to have a mindset of not a close now, but provide value now, and know and be confident that with that it's going to come. So this is a part-time summer internship. From doing internships in the summer, we learn most people don't want to work on Fridays, they want a lighter schedule. So this is it's 4 days a week, up to 5 hours a day, for a max of 20 hours a week. At a minimum, you must do 3 days a week. This is not something because I work for 2 hours, bill me for 2 hours. If you're not working for a week, and a full week, at a minimum of 3 hours, 3 days a week, 5 hours of those days, then it's not for you. If you can't commit to that. Really, I want people that can commit to the full 20 hours, 4 days a week, and that's the schedule. The hours you could fluctuate which hours you're working. I want them in a bulk 5 hours. I don't care so much the start time. And we have a call every day at around 12:45 that is going to be as a group call. On a Zoom call I'll be on, plus a lot of breakout calls. So this way, at least at the core, you're connected with the company communication tools. The company's remote. So it's very easy to blend right in, because just like you're going to come on a Zoom screen from, we had applicants, like I said, over 400 applicants in the last 36 hours. Those applicants are anywhere throughout the whole United States. We're hiring 50. So the 50 we're hiring, everything's going to be via Zoom, use Slack, but it's part-time, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and it's 5 hours a day. We instituted an option now, literally the last couple of hours, to and this is how, an option where it's commission only. Because people said, listen, I'm working for the summer anyway. The $15 is not moving the needle. I'd rather make a little bit more money. If I'm going to be successful, let me get more involved, potentially have a bigger chance to stay longer term. What can we do on the commission only? So the two options are as follows. Option one is $15 an hour, which works out to $300 a week for those that are working the 20 hours, plus a 5% of any membership, not new deals, any membership that gets paid from the leads that you bring in through December 31st. So if it takes a monthly contract and they're signing up $500 a month, their payments through December 31st. Someone doesn't even sign up during the summer, but the day after the summer from your lead, it gets passed along afterward, and that person, everything is trackable. That person signs up and they pay the straight $5,000. You'll get your 5% played at that point. Any payment we get from membership, from the people that you get to log into the site, and everything is trackable, you will earn the 5% till the end of the year. The commission-only option is as follows. The commission-only option has a few perks to it. You're taking the risk, you deserve to get a bigger reward. Number one, it's 35%. It's 35% instead of the 5%, and anything paid through June of next year. So any membership that's paid from the person you log in, not referrals of them. You get Joe to log in, Joe ends up paying whatever Joe pays in membership fees till June of next year. We're also going to add one extra caveat there. If the member you get to sign up uses the company for their shop the deal $4,000 fee or full brokerage $11,000, you'll get a $200 bonus. Not per deal, a one-time. So again, in both scenarios, let me tell you how the thing is the same. When you apply for the job, you're doing it online, the first round of video interviews, the approval process, has nothing to do with whether you're taking commission or not. So it's not like you have an easier time getting approved for the job or not based on taking commission or salary. There is no difference at that point. The difference comes in at the next step after. The decision that we made right now is, because it's 400 applicants and every couple of minutes more and more people keep applying, is we're going as follows. We're going with 50 people. Those that get approved and choose the commission-only option, you're going to be able to go right ahead in automatically. We're going to hire. Those that chose for salary, on this coming Tuesday, we can end up making a raffle for those that get approved. If more than 50 get approved, we're going to make a raffle by lottery. It's going to be a lottery at that point. So if you get approved the first round and your commission straight through, if you get approved on salary, we're doing it on Tuesday, and we're doing a raffle for whatever slots are open. Even if 50 people sign up with commission, we're at a minimum setting up 10 slots for salary. People ask me advice, which one should I do, commission or salary? My honest opinion to you is, if you need the money, you should take the salary. It's not making an effect on the quality of the work and you're going through. It's not going to take a difference. And if we're going to hire you after the summer, the people who hire you after the summer have to do with what you do over the summer. So that if you don't need the money and you're a risk taker and you're in college, say, you know something, how much am I making during the summer? $2,500? But I'd rather risk the $2,500 if I get a couple of extra sales and make up that difference in money. That's up to you. But there's no right or wrong answer. So I don't want anyone to get off this call and say, oh, it's a better odds to. No, it's not. To get the initial approval process, irrelevant. And afterward, it's just a matter of, I wouldn't have another way. Someone has an idea that they think how we should choose differently. We came up with this idea, minimum 10 slots for the salary. But if everyone, it seems like the overwhelming majority, to be honest with you, are choosing the salary plus commission. So I don't think we'll have 50 anyway. They can take just commission, but I know that's going to happen over these next few days from here. I want to talk about the negatives of this job. There's two major negatives. Negative number one is that, and this is a negative not just now, it's a story of my life, so I'd rather just say it up front instead of fighting people later. Assume the leads are garbage. Assume the leads are junk. That's what you just got to assume. You can navigate your own leads. I'll give you leads. No matter what I do, no matter what, every time I ever felt leads were great, people always complain the leads are garbage. So therefore, let me just tell you up front, have no expectation. And that's why from my end of it, when I'm saying what should you do over the summer, you should have, each person I think will have between 1 and 3 lottery ticket sales for sure happen fully over the summer just by chance, even though you're just starting. But I think they'll have several that will kick in after the summer. It's because of these leads. If I got better leads, would they be better? So far, I don't know better leads. If there was a better leads, of course I'll be buying better leads. I found over my career, people always complain about leads, but yet thank God we had crazy successes in spite of those leads. So maybe it's your expectation what a good lead is. I don't know, but let's not fight there. The second one is more important, and this is very important to all of you. We're a startup that just launched the full technology suite. Just launched. And as such, we're in the middle of building the training, the onboarding. So if you're someone that likes to walk into a company that has an exact structure, what to do exactly every single day, that's what you need, do not take the summer internship. Wait till after the summer. Over the course of the summer, we'll perfect everything. Apply for a job after the summer. If you're the type that could wing it a little bit, now it's not from scratch wing it. We've been doing, thank God, a very good job. We train a ton of people, being very successful. Deals are flying in, memberships are signing up, things are doing great. But the number one complaint we get is that the training is not as intact as far as, we let people like Moda style push you into the deep water and wing it. Are there people to answer all your questions? Amazing. I'll have direct access with you. I'll be available to answer all your questions personally. But if you're someone that wants to be able to come in and your expectation is like perfect, everything in a row, we don't have it because the product's being developed. Think about it. The calculator is coming out in 2 weeks. After it comes out, give me some bugs. When we fix the bugs, we're going to figure out as a team what's the best way to sell it. I think we should sell it. Hey, the only way to underwrite a deal in under 3 minutes. Someone else says, no, that's not the main benefit. The main benefit is you could share the calculator. So we should lead with that. We're going to learn as a group together. So this is the thrill, the pro, the con of being start of a startup. When I went out to raise the money on this venture and I took the risk of leaving conventional brokerage business, where thank God I would be closing $5 billion a year to revolutionize and change the industry, it was this technology product that I envisioned then that I sold to the investors. The company is a membership-based brokerage. There is no brokerage shop that is better than us at closing a deal. The brokerage side of this business is full human, myself and a human team that closes the deals. The technology, the toolkit, that's obviously all technology, data. Some people describe it more like a CRM if you want to think about it. Someone keep organized of all the deals they're looking at. They have overlaid of data, overlaid on Google Maps. All of that is the technology we're launching now. The market, before we opened up this Movers and Shakers, the market we were focusing on was 1 million commercial real estate owners. Our business plan, I think we're going to get there, is to get a nice market share of 1 million people to pay $5,000 a year. That's the membership fee. Once we opened up the Movers and Shakers, and we said now vendors could start selecting the properties they're involved in, it took our universe from 1 million potential people to 10 million. Went wide open. And that's coming in the summer. The question is, how quick does God decide? We do our inputs. Does God decide it's time to rain? And this is the month we're going to start having crazy business. I'm beyond ecstatic, and I can't control the enthusiasm because for the last 18 months it was a dream. People couldn't even see it. Even internally, they knew it was coming down the pike, but they were buying into the mortgage side first. At a discount broker, they would think about a membership broker, changing the pricing. Do you need a broker? How does it work? But now they see the technology. The reaction is a wow reaction. So much so that when we show a demo, we don't even show a demo where I show a demo to you. When I'm talking to a client, I tell the client, log in right now. Take a property you own, select it. That's how easy it is and the wow factor they get there. When the calculator comes, that's when, God willing, it becomes lights out. So I'd love you to join me this summer. We have 50 slots. Budgeted to pay salary plus commission on all 50 slots. Those of you, like I said, that want to come back and not do the commission, I want to take the commission only. It's not going to make a difference in the long term if you get the job here, and it's not going to get you past the first hurdle of getting approved. The difference is you avoid the lottery to get the slot in. If you want to apply for the job, you want to flow through, copy this video is going to be on the landing page of GPARENCY internship.com. You could go there, fill out the application from there, and follow through the process. I'm going to go now to see some questions that people asked. Let's see what I could get at. Thank you, Chaim. Appreciate that on these internships. We're going to be taking 50 interns. That's the plan. Hello. I'm not that good at these LinkedIn Lives. Hello, everyone during the presentation. Sorry about that. How many positions are you looking for? 50. And we're looking for a total of 10 to stay permanently after. That's the goal. I think we got it. So I want to thank you all. Looking forward to an amazing summer, whether you're here or wherever you are. And see you at the other side. Thanks so much.